He was the voice of authority, of power, of tenderness, a voice that transcended generations. James Earl Jones was not only a titan of film and stage, but a man of deep introspection and quiet dignity. This is the story of his final hours and ending as gentle and thoughtful as the man himself. By the time James entered his early 90s, he had already distanced himself from the spotlight. Though he never formally retired, his public appearances had become rare. He spent most of his time at his upstate New York home, surrounded by books, the occasional script, and the peaceful rhythm of nature. He had long battled health issues associated with age, arthritis, mild heart complications, and more notably, the lingering effects of diabetes. Still, his mind remained sharp, his voice clear and warm in its baritone power. On July 2nd, he spent the day as he often did, rising early, seated at the breakfast nook with a cup of herbal tea and his journal. He had a ritual: write 5 lines every morning. They could be about anything: dreams, memories, or simply the weather. That day, his longtime nurse and companion, Claudine Reynolds, noticed he seemed more reflective than usual. He asked her to bring out an old VHS tape, Field of Dreams, the film where he played reclusive writer Terrence Mann. They watched it together, holding hands. Later that evening, James spoke on the phone with his son, Flynn. It wasn't an unusual call, but it lasted longer than most. Around 10:30 p.m., James walked slowly to his study. The room was a sanctuary, lined with first edition books, film memorabilia, and framed photos of Cicely Tyson, Diane Carroll, Sidney Poitier, and his late wife, Cecilia Hart. He sat in his reading chair, a blanket over his legs, a volume of Langston Hughes' poems on his lap. Claudine checked in on him around midnight. He simply smiled and said, "I'm okay, don't worry." At 3:14 on July 3, 2025, James passed away peacefully in his sleep. No fanfare, no dramatic gasp, just a breath that didn't return. Claudine discovered him at dawn, still in the chair, the book gently resting on the floor. But James was more than just a voice. Born in 1931 in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, he overcame a childhood stutter so severe he once refused to speak. That he would become the definitive voice of a generation is not just poetic, it's miraculous.